Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Yeah. Jones. Hey, Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.
Well, Las Vegas, there we are. Here we are again, one more time, live on the radio, in the studio. It's your nephew, Greg Deville. We're back to talk to you about more opportunities in real estate. That's right, you have to have. My mother used to tell me this. She would say, God bless the child that has his own. You know, and she was saying, I'm going to have to buy you a bike so you can start riding other people's skateboards and bikes and stuff. And so God bless you today. We are glad to be with you this afternoon. What a beautiful day. Have the drop top out today. The sun was shining, getting my little tan right. You know, getting ready for the summertime, right? Yeah, the weather's looking real good here in Las Vegas. And wherever you're tuning in, I hope you're doing well. Listen, real estate is my passion. And we want to make sure that we're sharing with you what opportunities are available. As many of you know, and maybe this is your first time tuning in to the Greg Deville Let's Talk Real Estate Show and Power Wealth Conference. If this is your first time tuning in, let me welcome you. Now, I'm here every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Right here in the great city, Sin City, Las Vegas. That's right. So we're telling everyone that we can about what's available, keeping you informed. Now, we just got new funding. It will be rolling out April, just 1 month away. This funding allows you up to $29,000 towards your down payment. Now, I was speaking with a realtor yesterday, and I was sharing with him some of the programs that we use. He's at another company. He's interviewing to work with me, and I was sharing some of the information that we have, and with programs and did you know you can purchase a home with a low 580 credit score? He's like, I didn't know that. There are realtors that don't know. So the information that we're sharing, I'm telling you, people who do what I do don't know what I do. There's information I've been empowering people with that realtors don't even know, and I'm thinking, wow, this is amazing. But here's why I've been given this task, this assignment, is to help many of you come to understand you too can have a proper property for yourself with your name on it. I'm not talking about a rental. I'm talking about real estate. I'm talking about owning your own property. You could do what you want. You can open up bedrooms. I have a 6-bedroom home, but we turned it into a 5. Why? Because we opened up the 6th room into the retreat from the master room. Then from there, because I have a 2-master room property, and there was another restroom, so I opened up the other, put a doorway, so I have my own private bath. My wife has her own private bath. So these are the opportunities when you own your own home that you're able to do. And so again, this is what I'm helping people understand. You can't do that in a landlord's property. And if you did, you'd be cited, right? And also, you'd have to put it back before you leave. So understand, you can't paint, you can't change anything other than your own personal furnishings. Other than that, you have to get permission to hang curtains on the wall, because that, if you put holes in the walls, that'll come out of your deposit, right? So they charge you for everything that's there, right? So again, I want to empower you as individuals to understand having your own home. Now, sometimes we're running into this dilemma of sometimes it's credit. Now that we're in the tax season right now, right? Today is what? We're at March 9th, 2023. So at March 9th, 2020, guess what? Here's the advantage, is that now now you can do something about it. So let me give you my contact, 702-787-7559, 702-787-7559, live on the radio, Hot 702.5 FM.com. This is what we do. We teach real estate every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Keeping you in mind, again, if you do have real estate, I just got a phone call on my way to the radio station here, and the gentleman was saying, well, look, my home is paid for. I want to know how can I get into some investment properties. So I mentioned to him, and he heard the shows before about residual income. Now, when we talk residual income, keep in mind, that means you have property and you own more than just that property that you reside. Residual income comes from other investment properties. Now, you're able to do that, guess what, with equity in your home. So you can do what is called a home equity line of credit that comes out of that property. You don't have to sell it. You can simply, guess what, do a HELOC, pull that equity. Just did it recently. Clients been hearing our show for a couple years, decided to pull the trigger, got the HELOC, guess what they did? Used the equity in the home, did the HELOC, $60 a month. They were able to get about $80,000, right? So no big deal, right? No big deal. You're going to rent the house you own because you can get up to 80% of your equity. Put that down on the next house. So they put like $65,000. They took the other portion, paid down some credit cards, freed up some space on their monthly debt so they can get a home that was larger with a pool. And there was some advantages to having this larger home. The master bedroom had a two-way fireplace from the master room to the soaking tub. I mean, absolutely fabulous. It had a balcony overviewing the city as well as overseeing the pool below. Really, really beautiful home, totally renovated. New Corian counters, new appliances, new flooring, new carpeting, new roof. Roof was redone. AC was installed, totally redone. And they purchased it simply by using equity in their own home. Now, if you own that home, and as long as you don't have at least 2 lates within 1 year, right? You have to have at least a 680 FICO score to get a lower rate is what I've been seeing. But again, don't say you can't do it because the lender can help you. Sometimes you might almost be there, right? But don't get discouraged because the lender, even with these clients, they weren't quite there, but she gave them what to do. She put your information in a simulator, right? And credit comes back and tells what is hindering it from getting where it needs to be. So in looking at that, they can say, well, pay this credit card down. It'll get you 30 points. Right? So this simulator gives them, so don't try to figure it out. Let them give you clear, precise understanding. 702-787-7559, 702-787-7559. Greg Deville, Team Deville, Deville Realty Group. The name you need to know right here in the Valley. This is what we do. We love it. We're having fun helping families. Listen, money's chasing us. And guess what? We're just doing what we love to do. We want to keep the community informed and enlightened and empowered. Now, we're going to be talking in just a little bit. We have a few guests that are going to be calling in. The queen, the beautiful, the lovely Marquetta Deville, the co-owner of Deville Realty Group, herself and Tasha Robinson White, as well as Brandon Ward with the We Mentality, be calling in this afternoon. We're going to talk about the Wealth Mindset Conference. Just about 40 days away, and I'm telling you, you better get your tickets. The tickets are selling out, and we are getting things done. We're going to be over at the Red Rock Resort and Casino. It's going to be fabulous. It's a 2-day event. General admissions $149. That's just going to get you for the Sunday. VIP gives you the access, all access granted with the $249 VIP tickets. You want to be the meet and greet is on that Saturday night. It's going to be. We've got a surprise that I'm telling you. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. So you'll be glad you did with that VIP ticket. Invite a friend. And the guests, and we'll be talking about in just a moment. So again, before my guests, or while we await their contact to call in, I did want to mention to you the notice of default list. Now, the notice of default means you're behind in your mortgage. Sometimes you can catch up because you don't get that far behind, right? It's like a month or two. No big deal, right? But it's when you get 4, 6, 8 months. Now we're running into an issue because you figure now you're at a $10,000, $15,000 difference, whereas you may not be able to, catch up relatively or as soon as you would like to, right? When you're just a month or two behind, I mean, 2, 3, 4,000, no big deal, right? So you can muster that. But if you've gotten really, really behind in the mortgage, or someone that has, have them to reach out to me, because what we're doing is we just listed a property this morning. I've got 3 offers on it. So we're selling it. They're 4 months behind and delinquent. The bank is threatening foreclosure. So we're doing what is considered a pre-foreclosure sale. Now, the pre-foreclosure sale will allow you to sell that property, save your equity. Now, this gentleman has about $180,000 in equity, right? So we had to reduce the price to get a quick sale because we need to get it done before the bank repossesses or puts it on the market of the auction block, right? So we have some things that we're kind of pressed against, making us have to get it done. If that's you, don't let pride run you off from getting what's yours. That equity belongs to you. If the bank repossesses, they say you get a check. Well, maybe some have. And I think my engineer may have gotten a check, but that's very few have I seen ever really get a check once a bank has foreclosed. Most of the time, they eat that up with junk fees, right? Unless you have a substantial amount, maybe that was the difference. I don't know. But whatever I say, don't live life on the edge with your equity, okay? Make sure you're getting that equity. We can sell that home, save that equity, have it done. You can stay in the property while we sell it. We can get you 7-10 days after it closes. Shout out to my good friend Gary Payne on his way to the ATL. We just closed last week. He had 7 days to relocate, and he's on the way to the ATL. So shout out to Gary Payne, man. We sold him the house about 6 or 7 years ago. He says, Deville, I'm going back home, man. He said, I've done Vegas enough. I'm going home to be with family. Guess what? Sold the property. Bought him a brand new home in ATL. Wow, acre of land, 2,200 square foot house. And their property value was really, really reasonable for a brand new home in the suburbs of Atlanta, Decatur. So again, man, shout out to that brother, man. And to the many of you, we have helped to purchase other property by using the equity that's just simply in your home, right? You could either rent the home that you currently reside, or you can sell it, right? Some people talk to me about, Deville, how do you know if you want to sell it or keep it? One of the answers I have for you is, do you want to be a landlord? Are you willing to deal with tenants? Do you have the patience to put up with other people's drama, right? Because landlord is drama. Property management has so much drama. It's always excuses. Why I'm late? What is wrong? And then they complain, but they'll tear up something, right? And then complain that it broke. It just broke. So again, those are questions you have to answer yourself and ask yourself about if that's what you are willing to do. I would recommend keeping the property only because you have dual equity now. So while you're living in your new home, 3, 4, 5 years goes by, your equity is increased. The rental property, 3, 4, at the same time, the new home, the equity is growing in the old home. You have 2 properties that are building equity. Guess what? 80% on each one. You can refinance, lower the interest rate, or do a HELOC, home equity line of credit. These are opportunities that are available. So being a landlord, tough job at times. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. It's challenging. Many don't want to do it, so they give it to a property management. Well, there are fees that are associated with the property management. So every complaint they get, there's almost a fee to send someone out. There is a fee I'm telling you, they milk you with fees. Now, how do I know? I'm dealing with them, right? And I have people that ask me to sell, and they're working with property managements. And we could sell that property. Although you're with the property management, unless your contract states otherwise, we can actually sell that property for you, okay? 702-787-7559, Deville Realty Group. Yeah, being a landlord is tough times. Oh, yes, absolutely. That's right. So we're keeping things in mind that, okay, we got a caller on the phone. Let's get Mr. Brandon Ward up, and let's talk about this Wealth Mindset Conference. B, how you doing, man?
What's up, Deville? How you doing, brother?
Everything good, man. Everything good, brother. How's it going with you?
It's all right, man. Just moving and shaking. I want to make sure I got here on time, man. I want to be here for this. Thank you for
appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely, man. I thank you for what you're doing, helping us put this conference together, man, and stay abreast at everything that it takes to run a conference, man. But you're doing something yourself. You're part of that we mentality, man. So tell us a little bit about that while we're waiting on our other guests to come. Tell us about this project you're working with, man, on your business.
Yes, sir. So the We Mentality is the business that my wife and I started following the pandemic.
Yeah.
And, we work on team development. We do business development, and then we do professional development. So we go into a business and we do a diagnostic, kind of like when you go to a doctor and they try to see what's going on with you, checking your vitals, checking your weight and those things. Once we do the diagnostic, we're able to identify some key areas in your business where it may be an issue, or you may not be taking advantage of the opportunity that has been presented to you. And sometimes there's strategies that have to be done in order to accomplish that. So you may have to build your team so that you can take your business to the next level. You may have to start, you may work in the business, and you may need to hire somebody so that they can take your spot. But when they take your spot, you got to train them. And you got to develop them. So, and then, we go into businesses as well, and then we just figure out what is their marketing plan. How are they connecting with their target audience? Whoever their audience would be. Where can you locate them at? And then, do you have any strategic alliances or any resources that you can dig from your own personal experience to where you can leverage your business as well? And that's how the We Mentality was set up. It was set up within those means.
Right.
And then we also started to get into the community a lot more. So we're becoming part of some community initiatives as well, like the BOSS program taking place in the 89106.
Right.
And then we partnered with some businesses as well, to where we've been able to join them on some of their projects. So shout out to Some New Marketing and Shondell. They've been able to get us on a few things as well with them. RTC, City of Las Vegas. So very grateful. So we got a lot of things that's brewing in our pot right now.
Right on, man. The blessings of God, brother. We certainly know from whence they come, right? So
definitely the blessings of God.
Yeah, man. So look, we are, you and I together, and of course your wife is helping us in the background and behind the scenes, if you will. And my queen, Maquetta, man, this Wealth Mindset Conference, man. We 40 days, B. We 40 days, man. We
40?
Coming down 40 days.
Wow, okay.
40 days, man. So, we still on the grind, man. And so we want to make sure that we, keep talking about it and putting it out there. Today we were due to have Desiree. So I want to keep her in your prayers. She was hospitalized with some minor things she's kind of needed to check on, And just preventative stuff, man. That's all. So we want to, certainly shout her out, man.
Definitely prayers to her, because I was reading her post. I know she was grinding. She said she was working out and pushing herself to the limit.
Yeah.
So for you to be on that pathway of getting yourself better. Sometimes I think sometimes there's blessings within the adversity. Through going through what you're going through. Mm-hmm. So Desiree's in her mind, she wants to be healthy, and she's working on being healthy. There may be some things internally that she needs to take care of that she can't take care of. And maybe she needs to go to this doctor visit. So definitely, I feel like God is always working in our favor. So I know she's gonna come out. She's gonna come out more resilient, more strong.
Yeah.
She'll probably be even more motivated. So she a firecracker. So
that's right. She light up a room. No doubt. She has that energy, man. And so it's funny you would say checking the doctor, because I talked to Dr. Williams a few days ago, right, about the conference, doctor we're having. He was my urologist, right? But he retired. And so I remember talking to him last year before he retired. I said, Doc, I'm really wanting to put together something like a men's conference. And I said, I really want a doctor that can talk to men about the importance of your health, because health is wealth. You need to be healthy to be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing a lot of people, they're getting wealth and they're dying out and leaving money and leaving it. And you did all this to get there and then you die. So it's like, we got to prioritize too. You can't just say, I'm going to eat whatever I want, right? I'm going to just do what I want to do and don't go. And so he's going to talk about the importance of even, he was telling me, he said, Deville, listen, man, I'm excited. He said, listen, there's some medication I want to teach brothers that actually is new for those who are dealing with diabetes, right? And there's some medication he wants you to stay away from, and there's some he feels it works better for us. But some, he said, I want you to stay away from this because it heightens that. Like some things you take it for this, but it raises your blood pressure. I'm hearing some of the things on television. They said taking this could give you, there were 5 symptoms. I said, man, you could die for just taking that for one item, for one part of your body, but there was 5 side effects. Nausea, you may not wake up when you sleep,
Right.
Like, man.
I thank God, man, because I pay attention to like family, so I'm aware of like, all the things that our people go through. And it's just kind of some of the stuff is hereditary, but some of the stuff is bad decisions that are made by us.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I get checked out every year.
Yeah.
And the doctor usually tell me, you low in vitamin D or vitamin C.
Right.
So
right.
I'm taking a vitamin, and that's my prescription. But I know people who have utilized prescriptions to help themselves, and they became addicted to those prescriptions. I'm actually dealing with that with someone close to me now.
Yeah.
So I think it's best if people do make it a priority. So to have that gentleman to be on our platform and to be able to bring that education and information is very vital, because health definitely is wealth. The last thing you want to do is be in the hospital bed and everybody got to come visit you while the rest of your life is continuing to move on, the business, the family, the kids, everything. So
the bills and the debts.
Yes, sir. They keep on coming.
They don't stop. They don't stop, right? So those expenses keep going, man. And again, you make a valid point when you say some things are hereditary, right? Generational wise, like, my family with the prostate, I have an uncle living with it. I have a friend who was diagnosed to live for 4 months, but he's living 6 months longer than what doctors expected. Okay. And I have some other friends that are dealing with some prostate stuff, and my father-in-law recently healed and had to do some things, with the colonoscopy, and unfortunately he passed away. We don't know if it was from that, but just knowing your family, genes and what lies within, and they're trying to take preventive measures. You say you go every year. I go every 6 months. I'm almost 60. So the doctor recommend me every 6 months, right? Just because you want to make sure you stay on top, because it's in the family. We want to keep an eye on it, right? That's like if high blood pressure's in your family, keep an eye on that blood pressure, right? Maybe get the little machine yourself. So although that machine is off sometimes, right? But it's important that you stay on top of those things that already run in your lineage. Yeah. Just real talk.
It's
real
crazy,
talk.
It's crazy you talking about that, because that's what I was just talking about. My business does. We go into a business. Business, and when you do that diagnostic, you can figure out. You don't realize your mind doesn't know anything. Yeah. Sometimes you got to take that blood test in order for it to read what's going on. You might find that you got high cholesterol. Who knows? I don't know what it feels like to have high cholesterol. I don't know what it feels like when I'm high or low.
Yeah.
I know when I got my blood test, they told me, hey, you have high cholesterol this time. You got to watch this. I saw an increase, or getting your testosterone levels checked, because a lot of men having problems with ED don't even realize that their testosterone levels.
It's just testosterone.
You can get a testosterone placement or therapy that can help you out to where not only are you able to be more sexually active, but you can actually be young in the gym again.
Okay.
Got this new energy, this new vitality. It's very important. Another thing that I did, Greg, and I don't know how many people might be objective to this. To me, it was I needed to know. But I participated in that 23andMe when it came around, like during the holidays. So I spent like the $117, did the 23andMe, learned my ancestry, but then they had an upgrade for your health.
Okay.
And when they did the upgrade for the health, it looked into all of these different aspects within your health, and it told you, okay, you might want to look out for this, you might want to look out for this.
Okay.
You testing this, you don't have to worry about this. This is not in your genes.
Okay.
I mean, it was talking about like cancer from eyesight, and that was what came up for me. It said that somewhere in my genetics, people get cancer in their eyes, and then I have my father. He has a bad eyesight, and then I have like a sister or a niece who has bad eyesight.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that just because it's in your genetics doesn't mean that you're going to get it.
Right.
It may skip you. I was lucky enough to have that skip me, and I didn't even realize, and I don't even think my dad knows it, that what his problem is within his eyes is a cancer.
My brother was just diagnosed. In fact, my brother was in the hospital last week. So my uncle had nose cancer. So one side of his nose. And so my brother just went in the hospital last week or so in Louisiana, and they said he had a cancer in his nose, and like my uncle was like, yeah, that's what my brother had. It kind of like a, family. I'm like, look, Lord, I'm praying that we skip that whole, what I'm saying. But again, to have the know about what's happening, and you call that 23andMe, huh? That's what that was about.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I'm expecting the ladies to jump on here shortly as well, so we're kind of looking out for.
If they don't, we can rock it.
Yeah, well, we got this, man. Man, trust me. I already told them, Trip, if you want to, we will keep it pushing. I got my cheat sheet right in front of me. We will jump on and we'll go to the next topic, right? We talked about Desiree, and I would talk about Joshua Igiliki. Joshua is a lawyer, man. Josh is with Young Law Group. Now, Josh, man, hey, look, Josh is so smart. He's one of my preferred lenders. I work with like 8 or 9 lenders, right? Josh is one of my knock him out the park lenders, right? And he's so smooth. Josh so smooth, and the brother just knock him out. But he's an attorney, and he taught a class for me once on estate planning, right? So people, Brandon, they think because you have a will, you have something. A will doesn't. It doesn't keep you out of court. A will still have you to go to probate. A will still have you to let a judge make the decision on how your stuff really is handed out. He stays pretty close, but then it still puts you in probate. Whereas the living trust is whatever you say is withheld. So the attorney that puts together, or whoever puts together that living trust, at the time of your demise, they go over the trust and your orders. Whatever they may be, your orders are given out per your request, not per having to go to probate. And we want to bring the awareness to the community that you thought you did something because you did a will. But at the end of the day, I really need you to know about a living trust, right?
You know what, Greg? This is why I love you, man, because I have no idea about wills, probates.
Yeah.
But I know that when I come to your radio station, if you're just listening, I always get this education. Like, who out here educating people on wills and probates? Who out here doing this? Who doing this work?
That's what we do, baby. That's why I get all these shows, so we can keep talking about it and keep educating the community, man. And so we're excited about it. Look, I just got a cue from the engineer. Tasha Robinson White is on. And let's welcome Tasha. Hello, Tasha Robinson. Good afternoon, young lady.
Hello, can you hear me?
There you are. Yes.
Hey, Greg, before you even ask Tasha a question, this is what I want to say real quick. Because this is for like my experienced listeners, and then this is also for my up-and-comer listeners as well.
Yeah.
You always want to surround yourself around people like Greg, like Tasha, because you don't want to be the smartest in the room. Like when I'm in rooms like this right here, it's all empowerment. Like I'm telling you, like I soak up all the game. And that's my message to the people that's listening. When you get in rooms like this, soak it up, soak the game up. I know I'm an asset to the team, but I just want to say y'all elevate me because
right on.
I'm gonna have a will and a probate by the end of this year. I guarantee it.
So you're gonna have a living trust. You're gonna have a living trust. It's a living trust. So the will The will keeps you in probate. The trust keeps you out of probate. So probate means the judge makes the judge finals the order, right? And so that just prolongs your family. It may take 6 months to a year to go through probate versus the living trust. At your demise, within 3 or 4 days, they read the trust. The trust says, give him that, give her that, and she was signed off. She don't get nothing, right? Whatever. You can write people in your trust, write people out of your trust, right? So that's the advantage. And it's done after your demise in a short order.
That's right. Because I'm gonna need all that with the wealth that's coming. I'm gonna need it.
There you go. There you go. Put it in a living trust. So everybody, you can put who gets what. My Cadillac Deville. I know my, my grandson loves that old car. And so in my trust, say, leave the 73 Coupe Deville to baby boy, grandson. So, but there you are. There you are, man. I'm glad that we can continue to enlighten. 8 years on radio now, and this is what we've been doing, and we want to continue. So thank you, man, and
we appreciate you.
Appreciate you as well for being today. Tasha, thank you for tuning in with us.
What's up? What's up, everybody? How are y'all?
Good. Everybody's good.
Conversation going on. I hear talking about the living trust. We got the family trust. We got the business trust. We can go deep in trust. That's a whole nother conversation. But I love the fact that our people are waking up to it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been on it, but we always seem to be last. But trust and believe, we're gonna come with it, and we're gonna educate this community. I mean, that's why I love the wealth mindset that's coming, because it's gonna be a lot of gems dropped in that room. Am I right?
Absolutely. We were just kind of going over the different ones that are here on Focus, and we were just talking about Josh Gillicky as one of the men, and I'm excited about the man cave. So I've been trying to keep on track about the lady stuff, right? But the man cave is like, that's my baby, right? That's my man, and I love the ladies to get theirs done, but this man cave experience, man, is so exciting. And so I believe Marquetta had a little meeting, and she was going to cut in and get on with us today too. You all had some questions.
The Girl Lounge. I'm definitely going to represent.
Go ahead. So speak to that.
Called us out.
Well. Now I'm just saying. I wanted to have a man cave deal since over a year ago when I talked to the doctor about, would you be my guest and speak to the men? He said absolutely. So when I called him, he right on the spot. He says, man, count me in, put me on. He said, I love to talk to the men. He gave me some information, Tasha, that's going to bless the brothers. Like, what's good to take for high blood, what's not good to take. Stay away from this, because you take this, it creates that in you, right? Mm-hmm. So it's about education, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol levels. Stay on top of that. And that's what we want to teach the brothers, man. Stop ignoring it. The exam for prostate, stop ignoring it. You could save your life. And so it's but it's something we want to talk with the men, because it's a man. Not only men deal with the prostate stuff. So, but we want to make sure because in the barbershops, men be like, man, I ain't, Brandon, you ought to hear him. Man, I ain't letting a man do, man, no, leave it in there. Just leave it in. Prostate 250 degrees. Just leave it. They be like, no. But anyway, go ahead, Tasha. Give us a little bit of what you had on your list. I know you got an agenda right there.
Well, you know what? I actually just kind of jumped in because I wanted to see what you guys were doing over here at Hot 702.5 and talking about the Wealth Mindset Conference. I know you guys spoke a lot about the man cave. I know you had Dr. Ona Brown on. You've had Jewel on, some of our previous speakers. You had Will on. You got Brandon on. I was like, well, let me get on here and let me just find out what's going on.
There you go.
Sure that people that attend this conference understand what this conference is, right? I'm an event professional. I produce conferences all over the world. Right. I have booked several speakers. I'm not new to this. I'm very true to this.
Right.
But what has really pulled on my heartstrings with the Wealth Mindset Conference is it's being done right here in Las Vegas, right? Yes. And it's being done by one of the power couples of Las Vegas. And how I was connected to you was really through Brandon and Tiffany. Well, Tiffany, Marquetta. So, there's a whole thing going on how we all connected. Right. But the fact that we did connect, and we're about to, we're collaborating on such a major event. That you guys are
Right.
Your brainchild, we're bringing it to life right here in our community. So that's huge, right?
That's
But
huge.
before you attend a conference, right, I think people need to understand and have the right mindset even before going into the conference. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just take a little journey here leading up to becoming an attendee at the Wealth Mindset Conference, right? So,
Right.
now we've announced some phenomenal speakers. If you haven't heard who our speakers are, they're thebomb.com. Some are
Right.
local that have never been on stage in Las Vegas, but have been on stages other places.
Right.
Some you are familiar with, some you are not. Some of these speakers come from other cities, other states.
Right.
One of our speakers right now is currently in Paris, and they're coming from
Mm-hmm.
Paris to come back over here to speak. So knowing the speakers, right? So you look
Right.
up your speakers, you need to figure out, okay, boom, you need to know who the speakers are. You want to set your intentions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of take a note or two down, by Googling each speaker, find out a little bit more, find out who you want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to know more about? Who do you
Right.
want to engage with? Because you're going to have a plethora of information in one room for a limited time. So you want to maximize your time in that space, right?
Absolutely.
And that's important. And I think there is an etiquette, and I will probably eventually, Brandon, you might have to help me with getting a podcast going, but I may need to really sharpen up what the etiquette is about attending the conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even before you attend the conference, there's a budget. You got to pay for a ticket. You got to secure your space. You got to secure your seat. And that's really important as well.
Right.
And I know, the ticket price is not phenomenal. It's not $2,000-$3,000 like a lot of conferences are.
Right.
And to me, this conference values that. And I am
Mm-hmm.
very surprised that it's not that. But because you're going to get way more than that. I mean, you pay $150, $200 on some Jordans, some eyelashes, some hair, some purses, some jeans, a date night. And
Absolutely.
that's it, right?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
But you can pay $150, $250 to walk away with a plethora of knowledge,
Yes.
from the
Empowerment.
wisest people
Yes.
in certain
Yes.
industries.
Right.
I mean, I was speaking to Marquetta a couple of days ago. We were talking about the event and all the different events I've done. I've done parties, celebrity parties, and I've done conferences. And really, conferences is what changed me.
Mm-hmm.
The parties, it's fun, bringing the celebrities, watching everyone turn up and have a great time.
Yeah.
They leave with a gift bag or a hangover. It's their choice, whichever.
Right.
You get to come to a conference, not a celebrity party. You get to come to a conference, right?
Yes.
And leave with a lifetime of wealth.
That's it. That's
A
it.
lifetime of knowledge that's going to turn into wisdom, especially. And also, I'm sorry about this. Also, and I know once I get started, Brandon knows this. Once I get started, I can't stop.
Oh.
But I hope you guys are hearing me because I want to build the momentum, the energy for people to want to be in this room.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's
You
it.
can't get all these speakers in one room at one time and miss out. And they're right here in your backyard, Las Vegas. Come on.
Yep.
They're right here. You got gyms right here. Y'all will go across country to New York.
Yep.
You'll go to DC, Atlanta. You might even go to the Caribbean for a conference. You got something right here. Don't miss it.
That's
Do
right.
not miss, and be intentional about coming.
That's
Tell
right.
your friends. And if you have to come along, because this messaging may just be for you.
You never know. If TD Jakes called a conference in Dallas right now, people booking their tickets, their flight, and the hotel. Here, you right in Vegas. You can stay home, get up, get dressed, and be there at noon. Listen, we have Marquetta the Queen, the beautiful, the lovely, absolutely gorgeous. She just tuned in. And would you just look at her? Just look at her. Just absolutely. I'm talking about beauty in its rarest form. Just a Picasso, a living, just
Are
unique.
They in love, Brandon? Are they in love? Are y'all in love?
Man, that's my boo right there, man. Shoot. Some days I just look at her just like, wow. You talk about gorgeous. Man, drop dead.
Celebrate your woman, not just in March, but everywhere.
Hey, this ain't celebration. This is for real. This is I look at her. Hey, beautiful, wake up. Hey, gorgeous. Just to wake up to all this every day. Shoot, man. Welcome, honey. You had something on your though. We got a few minutes, so let's let you chime in on your passion.
Yes. Well, so I'm in the parking lot of Jesse Scott. I just got to speak with the fifth graders, and they're so excited about the conference. It's so funny. They were like, well, I saw this flyer in your basket. And so they're like, can you bring some back for my mom and my dad? Because I'm going to tell them how excited we were to hear who you are. And I'm like, okay, send your parents.
Right. Take every opportunity to make it work in your favor. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So I'm excited about the conference. Tasha, I had to jump on because I'm like, I can't leave Tasha with Brandon and Greg because they'll try to. I knew that I hope they didn't try to.
I got my 1, 2
ain't
up.
no rules.
Okay.
Ain't no rules. We gonna take the advantage as it comes.
Hey, two men in the man cave. Two fellas in the ship fellowshipping. Right.
We're not worried about it. We're not worried about it.
Okay.
Are excited about the ladies lounge. It is going to be phenomenal. We have some powerhouse speakers coming to grace the stage. I tuned in when Tasha was talking about some of the gyms that we have right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Right. So many people know Alicia Taylor, and they know the guru that she is, but very rarely do you see Alicia Taylor in this form. Very rarely do you get to see Alicia Taylor grace the stage and educate. So she is excited. She is ready just to pour out in the ladies' lounge. So if I didn't say anything else to the Las Vegas Valley, I want you to know Alicia Taylor will be in the house, gracing the stage, just pouring out to the community for what she's done for years, just never in this form, right? Desiree King, again, a Las Vegas local. She will be hosting the ladies' lounge.
And energy. Oh, my God. The girl and the energy. Oh, vibe. That's right. That's it.
And she got to come out refreshed, too. So she
okay.
double the glass. You know that.
For real.
Down in the ladies' lounge. It won't be no men allowed.
Okay.
What did you say last week, Greg? Not even pouring water.
I don't even want a lady to come in the man cave to pour water in your cup. No ladies allowed. I don't want a brother to be distracted by a female voice, pair of shoes, or smile. No ladies. Period. But yeah. So.
But let's go back real quick, y'all. This is a conference for everyone.
Oh,
right?
yeah, no doubt.
There will be, just to talk about the agenda just a little bit, we'll all gather together
in the beginning.
You all will be able to meet and see all the speakers, both men and women.
Right.
And union in one room for a while. And then Greg and Brandon have a conversation that they'd like to move the men to another area, and the ladies will stay in one area, and the ladies will do their thing in the girl lounge, and then the man cave will be another, and they're going to be safe places. Let's just
absolutely
put exposure out there right now. It's going to be a safe place. It's going to be a place where you can be vulnerable. You're with your brother and your sisters. We're here to uplift and empower and educate and entertain, edutain. It's going to be a powerful moment. I would not be surprised, and don't feel like you need to hold back in this room. These conferences, a lot of times people come and they get really timid and stuff. This is where you want to get loud because you want to share your feelings. You want to be heard. And you also want to listen to other people because you may not be alone in certain spaces, right? But if you open up and share and be open to listen, things happen in conferences, right?
Absolutely.
These are the rooms that a lot of people aren't allowed to get in. They can't get in. They think they can't get in. But we've made this a conference affordable.
That's right.
We have made this conference accessible. We have all, poured our heart and soul in our, spaces into this conference.
Right.
And, at the end of the day, I just can't see that room not being full.
Right.
Absolutely. We believe, I am optimistic we're going to have no less than 150 men, right? I'm just putting it out there. No less than 150 men. We're not talking about women. Women on their own, but we expect at least 250 on women. I mean, I just believe women come out more than men, so we have to work with the brother. We have to massage the brothers, and give them good reason. Give them good reason, because
to go back really quick, when you that's what makes this conference so unique.
Yeah,
it's very rare that we're able to pull the men and the women. Like, this is the first time I've heard of a conference that's pouring into both. Like when we went to Lake Tahoe, that was a overall conference, right? They talked about real estate, but it didn't really break down to really empower you from the root. It empowered you from your profession. But with what we're doing, that makes us totally different with this conference. We're diving down, we hitting you in the soul with this conference. And we're attacking men and women to come out and be empowered when they leave this house. Tasha mentioned what was it? Conferences change people. I'm a prime example of conferences changing somebody. Like, I went to New York 2 years ago, and I came back a totally different person. I had a conversation, not with my husband, I love you, but I had a conversation directly with God, and I said, God, if you make this happen, I'm making this happen, and I haven't looked back.
Right on.
The conference changed me, and I believe if you are in the house in April, this conference will change you. We're
wonderful.
We're giving birth. And
that's right. Somebody asked me the other day, I was at another meeting and we was talking about the wealth conference. I said, the wealth mindset creates a wealth life set. A wealth mindset creates a wealth life set. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And if you put wealth set in your mindset, guess what? It'll make your life set. Drop the mic.
Definitely. I want to say this real quick. I just think that people really need to figure out what it is that they need in life. Like when you think about what it is that you need to take you to the next step, identify what that one thing is. And I'm gonna tell you, if you can find that one thing in this one day in this one building, then it's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth the investment. I mean, we're talking about you meeting one person. And it can be a business partner. It can be a love partner. Who knows what you're looking for?
Accountability partner. You may just need accountability partner. Some people need that. I want to go to the gym. I want to go to the gym, but I need accountability partner, right?
Oh, I got you. So you don't need that. I got you. You don't even got to go to conference for that.
Well, no, not just that. I'm saying in life in itself. In life in itself, because see, I could tell my wife no, and she'd be like, oh, okay, fine, right? So, but accountability partner in this conference, you can gain that. Whether it's staying on top of your health, you can get accountability partner. Whether it's staying on top of your blood pressure, whether it's doing what you need to do for your children, talking to equal rights for divorced fathers, right? Whatever it is, get accountability partner, right? You need to get on top of having a living trust. Talk to Josh. Let Josh be on speed dial. When you got a question, you're accountable to get that living trust set up, right? Will Roundtree, right? Will talks about how to get property and investments using other money, credit money, whatever. He has a program, and we're going to learn about it. And let him become your accountability partner.
So I have a question for everybody here.
Yeah.
So now, that we're almost we are almost 1 month away.
Yep.
From the
40 days. 40 days.
40 days.
Yep.
Each one of us have played a role in putting this together and coming together. But I know we each are anticipating something, right? What are you, and let's just go around the circle, and I'll start with Marquetta. What are you most anticipating about the Wealth Mindset Conference personally?
2 minutes.
Well, okay. I only need 30 seconds, actually. No, but to be honest with how the conference in New York changed my life, I'm expecting other ladies I won't just say ladies, I'm expecting the attendees to walk away with that high vibration that I left New York with. Again, with this being totally different, this resets your whole household if you're a married couple. So I'm anticipating the testimonies of what this conference has done for Las Vegas locals or those who have traveled here from other states. So that's what I'm most anticipating with this conference. I'm excited.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
What about you, Greg?
So for me, I'm anticipating people leaving with a wealth change of a mindset, right? That their mindset will bring them to another dimension, not just another level. I'm talking dimensions here, right? So that you think things through. I'm expecting that somebody is got a business in them, and they just need to bring birth to that thing. Whether they're working a full-time job, but there's real passion. It might be to be a chef. It might be to be whatever, a tattoo artist. But you know what? It pushes you to bring that dream to fruition, because you never get successful working for someone else, right? You'll make them successful, but they're going to pay you just enough that you never reach their level. So I want to bring birth to the thing that's in you.
It's awesome. Brandon?
Look, I'm living life on purpose and through purpose, and I feel like the timing of this conference and my role in it all aligns with my purpose.
Yep.
So I'm definitely just thanking God because of the time and me being in that spot, having an actual role to be able to help people. But also during my manifesting, I'm looking for my abundance, and with abundance you need education. So not only will I be co-hosting, I need to sit there and I need to learn. So I'm taking notes from everybody.
Right.
If somebody got a gym, and not only that, I'm looking to make a connection with each person that's on that stage where I can connect with them at a later day and time, and we can break bread, we can sit down, we can talk, we can make a connection. But what I'm most looking forward to is the fellowship and the community that's going to come after it. I feel like to get us all in a room, for us to be able to network and become resourceful, and then for us to be able to put each other on a call list, or put us in a group. I think our mastermind, whatever may come from it, I'm looking forward to that.
Wonderful.
Because I'm gonna try to leverage this thing as much as I can.
There you go. So engineer just said I have 2 minutes, but go ahead, Tasha.
Well, no, I mean, I echo everything that you guys are saying. I'm really looking for the speakers. I'm looking forward to the speakers. I'm looking forward to even looking for new speakers, because I believe that even some people sitting in that audience could possibly grace the stage maybe in the next Wealth Mindset Conference. So, I'm looking for the speakers. I'm looking to hear some gems. I'm looking to learn, just like you. If you're not learning, you're not living.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
We have to always be learning. So
that's right.
And also I'm really excited to work with all of you guys. This build up has been great. We're seeing each other in a different space.
Right.
And I think it's awesome.
It's been wonderful.
Elevating each other.
There you go. That's it right there.
Everybody on here. I love
it. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. So look, we have run against the time, and it has ran out on us. So want to thank you, Tasha, Queen Deville, Lady Deville, so pretty. Brandon, you all right, but no. So everybody, right on, brother. But listen, thank you all for tuning in, calling in, and let's chop it up. I just like freestyle. Freestyle is fun. It makes the time go really fast too, right? But again, you all have a great rest of your afternoon. Thank you for taking this moment to talk with us, to talk to my listening audience, and just share it on your Facebook. Go back and share it to your friends, and we'll talk to each of you soon, honey. I'll see you a little bit later.
How they find us at the Wealth Mindset? Where they get
go to wealthmindset.com. That's right. Thank you, Brandon. And we have on there the Eventbrite. There you go. And then, yep. So Instagram, give those cues real quick, honey.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Wealth Mindset Conference, and our website is www.wealthmindsetconference.com.
There you go.
And
good
you
stuff.
Can go on Eventbrite.
You can go to Eventbrite, or you can go to Marquetta DeVille's page, Brandon Ward's page, or Greg DeVille's page if you forgot all of that, and just go to our page. It's on everybody's page. Tasha Robinson, White Page. It's everywhere, okay? Las Vegas, we're good to talk to you next time right here, Thursday, 3 p.m. Again, have a great day. I love you, and I'll talk to you real soon. May God's best be yours. Take care.
I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in, we here to help. Now tune in, we here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Great division.